let's switch to the Browns real quick. We're gonna go to Shedeur Sanders, man.
Whew.
So it's been a topic since the Browns played yesterday. Let me hear what y'all take is. We're gonna start with you, Nolan, then we're gonna go to you for it. Then I'll finish off. Go ahead, Nolan. What's your take on this Shedeur Tobacco? How the Browns handling him, man?
As far as I'm gonna start with yesterday's game.
Okay. Let's just start on how they
He
handle.
didn't
Go ahead. I ain't go ahead.
he didn't help himself yesterday. Okay, let's get that out the way. He didn't help his self yesterday. It was some things he could have did better, some mistakes he made. Okay, but he didn't have nothing around him either.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Playing with the fourth string.
Facts.
You playing with walk-ons, guys that didn't get drafted. You know what I'm saying? And casuals gonna say just straight out, Gabriel should be starting. But I'm like, take Shador and put him on second string. You know what I'm saying? And his number's gonna be way better than what it is because he actually has something around him. This nigga was running for his life yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
And,
He shouldn't have bagged up and the stuff, some of the stuff, like, like I said, he should have been doing, but he wasn't put in the best situation to succeed yesterday either. The play calling was way different than it was in the first quarter. And I put that on Facebook too. Like, if you're an offensive coordinator, do you call the same plays with your first string as you would do with your fourth string?
they was trying to make what's the
You know what
name
I'm
look
saying?
good. They was trying to
And
make
you're not
yeah.
going to do that
They're trying to
because
protect
the
Dylan Gabriel.
personnel is not right either. So his play calling was limited too with Shador out there because of the personnel that you have out there on the field. You don't have everything at your exposed. As at your, you know what I'm saying, at your, what the word I'm looking for. You don't have all that at your disposal. Yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. You don't have that plethora like the first string. You know what I'm saying. I'm basically got scraps. This is the plays I can use. You know what I'm saying? And I got to work with it. At least try to. And all the resources ain't behind Shadur. They have them with Gabriel, their third string. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to get all the. I got to try to do the best I can with what I got at this particular moment until I can do better, or as the season go on, fall into some opportunities because it's the NFL. And anytime niggas can get injured, nigga, your first and second string can get injured. That's how the NFL can be. You know what I'm saying? He just got to keep his head down and do what you got to do, bruh. Your time gonna come, whether it's with Cleveland or somebody else. I hope it's with us, but you know what I'm saying. I hope it's with us, but he's not been in the best spot to. The Browns just not don't have everything behind him, so you know what I'm saying. You know how that shit go, man. You know how the politics is. You know what I'm saying with this game, and by him being fifth string and them being able to use that, they can use that.
Fifth round pick, you mean?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can use that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as not putting everything we have to put around him like we should. You know what I'm saying? If you picking a quarterback basically in the third round, first to 3 rounds, you can have an excuse to put what we need to put uh, behind them, an engine behind them. Anything after 3, you don't have to put shit behind.
Let me
You know what I'm
let
saying?
me ask y'all this. So Dylan, did they play against the first string defense of
Ooh, Dylan.
Dylan and or Flacco?
Yeah.
They both
It
did.
no, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it was the second string from what I hear. I heard it was the second
There
string.
was there were some high level defenders for the Rams for sure.
Okay.
that's
But
going to play this year.
second string gonna get a lot of play time though.
Second string and first
Second
string is
string get
like
a
the
lot of
separation
run.
is that.
Right, but second
Yeah.
string get a lot of run.
Especially the front D line. There's no such thing as a second string defensive lineman if you got an 8-man rotation down there. And most NFL teams got a second string D tackle, D ends on each side that's going to play significant snaps. So when you talk about the front, there's no person. Them guys all damn near going to play the same amount of snaps.
Go ahead, go. You can tell you what you
Okay.
think about it.
So
You done?
so
Hold on,
for me,
wait. You done, Nolan?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
you go. Okay, make sure you do. Okay,
Yeah.
so for me, it goes deeper than that. When we talk about Shedeur as a 5th-round draft pick, that's my first issue. He's not a 5th-round draft pick. He's a 1st-round draft pick that was colluded against to become a 5th-round draft pick. So if you watch Eric Dickerson, I believe everything he said. The Browns don't want the. You know how us Browns fans is. Flacco, I don't know why we forget that when he threw for 300 yards in them games, he threw for 2 to 3 picks every fucking game.
Yeah.
When it counted, he was at his worst. He's been cooked, and we know that. I don't care what nobody how good he looked in preseason yesterday. By week 5, either he's gonna be hurt or he's gonna be fucking trash. Kenny Pickett is hurt, and he's trash before that.
I think that's
so. My issue with this is this. Go ahead. What you say?
I'm just saying. I think that's BS. And Kenny Pickett being hurt, they know he ain't no good, and
he's no good, and they know that. And he should. If he didn't get hurt, he was the odd man out because he has the highest trade value still. So he was going to the Colts or the Saints, in my personal opinion. But Shedeur never had a shot because the Browns don't want a controversy. Because we know that when these quarterbacks start sucking, and the first pick 6 Dylan Gabriel throw because they drafted him earlier, we are not going to tolerate Shedeur not being on that football field. So Stefanski put him in the position that our last view of Shedeur was that. Why wasn't Shedeur under 3 and 5 step drops, quick passing game like Gabriel was? And they knew the offensive line. None of those offensive linemen that blocked for him will be on the Browns by tomorrow.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Right there on the offensive line. You see that play when he scrambled and he threw the ball and the guy dropped it right outside the pocket. So when Shedeur, they kept saying he ain't stepping through the pocket. He stepped through the pocket. That guard was blocking this way to make a pocket. So when you making a pocket, your back be towards the quarterback, so nobody else get in. He switched his hands and pushed the dude right into Shedeur, even though Shedeur spent off. He changed the way he was blocking and blocked him to the inside.
And that guy's not going to be on the roster tomorrow, no matter where he put his hands yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Those receivers, that tight end, those guys are not even going to be on the team. If it's supposed to be a fair competition and an open and fair competition, then you put decent linemen around him. Then you put at least a second or third string receivers out there for him. Let him get this exact same shot that Dylan Gabriel got.
Yeah, them dudes that he was playing with are fighting for a job on the practice squad.
Right, they will not be on the
53-man roster, nigga. Not the 53-man roster, nigga. They fighting for a spot on the practice squad.
That's my point. That's my point. Why would you put those guys out there with him if he has a fair shot to be a quarterback of the Cleveland Browns? They don't want that. He's going to be the third string emergency quarterback until Flacco go down, until Gabriel's trash. That way, our last view of Shedeur was him getting sacked 5 times, him running back for a loss of 20-something yards, and not him leading us on a 2-minute drill winning drive. That's why they didn't let him go back in, because Stefanski was afraid that Shedeur about to get these people hyped and bring the Browns back. And then week 1, they're going to be chanting Shedeur every time we wheel out Joe Flacco. That's why they shitted on him like that.
Let me say this.
They shitted on him. Shedeur had no shot to be successful. No shot.
Let me say
I don't care if you put Lamar Jackson back there with that O-line. He was getting sacked 5 fucking times.
Anybody, but this right here was a fork in the steak. When if you look at from preseason game 1, preseason game 2, every time the game plan changes. When Dylan Gabriel in there, they throwing short passes. When Shedeur in there, they want him to go downfield. That's why he was holding the ball that long. Even in that game.
With wide receivers who can't even get open.
Right.
Them dudes that's going to be on the press, they can't get open.
Even in that game, they had him going downfield. They ain't give him no short passes. They gave Dylan Gabriel. Have we seen him throw downfield yet? Couldn't he throw more than 15 yards? Have we seen it?
You know, he haven't, and it's
Once
set
or
up that way.
twice.
They don't want the fans controlling their
It's
quarterback
crazy,
depth chart, and
man.
that's what it breaks down to.
It's evident that they lining shedeur up to fail, man. It is evident. If y'all don't want him, trade him. And
I
I'm leaving
think
with him.
as much, yeah. I don't see. I don't know because the Browns. I'm sorry, we love our team, but they're definitely not quarterback gurus. Okay, so they don't understand how to build a depth chart and who to put on that motherfucker. And we've been
I ain't
Browns
never,
fans, all of us, for 40 years, so
I
we
ain't
kind of
never
seen it
been,
over and over again.
I ain't never been sold on Stefanski.
Me
Not,
either. No,
not,
yeah.
not yet. I
You
still
was,
ain't been
Nolan.
sold
You
on
was.
I'm
Stefanski.
You
not
was.
sold on him
You
yet.
kept telling
I
me.
think that
Hold on.
What?
he's a. I'm not
Hold
sold on him
on.
yet. I think he's still the best coach we've had in a while.
Nolan.
What you say?
Nolan, you kept telling me to give him a chance. Give him a chance. Tell me that I'm lying, Nolan. When I
That
kept
was,
telling you.
that was, nigga, that was back in this first season.
No. That was the second season too, man.
No, it
Oh, yes,
wasn't.
it
No,
was.
it wasn't.
Oh
You a
no,
lie.
man. I ain't
You a
lying.
lie.
I ain't
I
lying.
ain't
You
saying
kept
no
telling.
such
You was
thing.
telling me to give him a chance. I've been wanting him out since after
I'm trying
the
to give him a
second
chance.
season.
I'm really disappointed in him right now. But if you really check out what
It's
Eric
probably
Dickerson
hot.
said, I think what Eric Dickerson said speaks volumes
No,
about
it
what's
was
going on right
100%
now.
I
accurate. You can
probably
see
was
it.
high
All
when I said that shit. I probably was high, Anthony, when I said that dumbass
right.
shit.
You just after last season when you said he gotta go. And
No, that
before
wasn't no
that,
damn
it
last
was
season. How
last
long that nigga
season.
been here?
It's been
Like
about 4
5
5
years,
years
maybe.
This
now.
nigga done won player of the year, coach of the year twice, and we still ain't did shit.
He shouldn't have got coach of the year that last time. Only reason why I gave it to him because we had all them quarterbacks. If we had that many quarterbacks and they only lost one game each.
And
Except
that's
Flacco
another
and
thing.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, the only ones that lost 2 games.
Real quick. This is one thing we forget as Browns fans. Don't just sit back and don't worry. This is how I look at it. We went through 5 fucking quarterbacks last year. We're going to see Shedeur. I pump my brakes. I don't even want to see him until about week 7 or 8, so we can see if that offensive line, the starting line, won't get his ass killed. Let's see what they do to Flacco and Gabriel and them first. But we're going to see him, whether it be earned or based on attrition. So 17 games, he's going to be, and when he gets in there, they're not going to play that bullshit setup it was just. They're going to have to play football with him
Right.
because he's going to have to go in with them ones.
Because they changed
So
the fucking game
I'm
plan
just
when he
going to
got
sit and
in.
wait.
I watched it this morning. They changed the game plan when he got in. Because I was doing
They absolutely did. It went from a quick passing
I
game
said, what
to
the
a 7-step drop
why
game
would you change it from what's working to something that ain't? Come on, man. Like, you
because
know
they
that.
don't want him to succeed. They do not want us
Come on,
saying
man.
Flacco's trash, push the door in. And so they don't want that. So they showed us something bad of him to excuse the fact of
That's,
putting him in fourth string.
I can't
but
wait
that's
to.
what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. That's part of the fifth string special. By the time he come in, yes, the game. And by that time, the game plan is going to change. You can't, Anthony, as a coach, I can't keep calling the same plays once I get down to fourth string.
Yeah,
No,
but you
but you got,
can
but you got,
because there's
but you
about
got.
No, I
400 of
can't.
those
No,
plays.
I
There's
can't.
about
No, I
there's
can't.
about
Fred,
400 plays.
Fred, Fred. No, I can't because of the
You can't.
personnel. It's
Listen,
short.
listen, listen.
By the fourth string, yes, even in high school,
You
bruh.
can.
Even in high school, bruh.
Your
No, you
the
can't. The
Browns
personnel going
playbook
now.
is like this.
I
There's
understand, but it's gonna get smaller. By the time I get to the
exactly, but
fourth
that don't,
string,
you don't
I
ever
can't
have to
call it.
call. Listen. You don't ever have to call the same play. Yeah, 3 and 5 step drop. There's 400 different plays for each first, second, and third down. First and short, second and medium, third and long, and vice versa. So it's not that you call the same plays. I'm not saying the same play, but the playbook shouldn't change. What you trying to accomplish, especially with a 2 minute drill. When they put him in after that shit, a 2 minute drill is a 2 minute drill is
Yeah,
a
they
two
should
minute
have gave
drill.
him that one. They should let him do that for sure.
That,
For
that,
sure.
that's what I'm
That's
saying. So
yeah.
you don't change the play calling style because he's in there. He should have got a quick passing game, just the same as Dillon got a quick passing game, a 3 and 5 step drop game. You don't have to change it. You're also not going against one defenders and two defenders. So yes, you can run your same offense. Your offensive style should not change because, and this is preseason. We're talking about preseason.
I
In the regular
understand,
season, if
bro.
he gets in, he's going to have to run the same offense that is ran by whatever quarterback vacated, got hurt, or is not able to play.
I
So he
can't.
should
I
get the
can't.
same
I
opportunity.
can't. I can't run the same plays, Fred. No, I
They're not.
can't.
You're not understanding me. You're not seeing what I'm saying.
I
They're
can't.
not the
Hold
same
on real quick.
plays.
I do.
Hold on
I
real
They're
do.
quick.
I
not.
do.
They're not the
I
same plays.
do.
Hold on
But I
real
can't
quick.
run the same thing with the practice squad that I can with.
Hold on real quick, Nolan.
I can't.
The
I
thing
can't.
is, hold on, wait. The game plan changed. It ain't about the same plays.
That's what I'm saying. Your game
Not the
plan's
plays.
supposed to
He changed the
stay.
whole game plan. They was doing short passes, which was successful. Till Shedeur got in, then they started throwing long, but wanted him to throw down the field.
Listen, though, fellas, listen. By the fourth string, yes, I'm gonna try my best to keep the game plan, but the personnel is not going to allow me to keep the game plan
Why not?
because
They needed it because they weren't blocking for worth
if
of crap.
that's the case, then all them third and fourth string players is not the same as
But they're learning. They all learning one playbook, though. They're all learning one playbook.
I understand that, but I understand what you're saying, bruh. I can't keep the same because the personnel, bruh. The game. Listen. Let's just listen.
I'm trying.
The game plan. I'm gonna try to keep the game plan as intact as I can. Okay, but once I get down to the fourth string, it's not going to allow me to keep it together as I would with the starters and the second stringers.
So
I can't.
Let me say this.
They can't do what they do.
Let me say this, Nolan. If you see
they can't do what they do.
Hold on, but wait.
That's why they fourth string. That's why they gonna end up on the practice squad.
But if you
they level of play.
Nolan,
they level of play. If that's the case, then they'd be on somebody else's team playing second and first and second.
Hold on, Nolan. But if you see your quarterback getting pressure like that, why wouldn't you go start doing short passes? If the line is terrible, the best way to defeat
personnel groupings.
The best way to defeat that pressure.
Listen. Okay, but I understand that can go as far as what I got on the offensive line because they can't hold. But then now I got to depend with what y'all saying keeping the game plan. Now I got to depend on my receivers to get open, and these receivers that's on fourth string, it's not like. No matter if it's a short or long pass, they still got to get the fuck open.
Yeah, but when you're talking about the active roster, you're talking about a guy like Jamari Thrash that might be third string. But I guarantee you,
he the number 3. He the number 3. He a starter.
Jamari gonna get some play.
Right, but he's also expected to run the same route as Jerry Jeudy is. You understand what I'm saying? He has to run the same route as Jerry Jeudy, just like in preseason. Just because I got a streak or a slant for a guy, it don't matter first, second, third, or fourth string. If he's on my practice squad, he can run the fucking slant. So if you cannot change a play because you got a player in. You can't change your play big because it's a fourth stringer running a route versus a third stringer or a second stringer. So you're changing your game plan.
What if your opponent's fourth string is better than your miles ahead of your fourth string?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm telling you,
always gonna dictate.
No, if you're on that roster, you expect to perform just as if you were the first string. It don't matter where you at. You got to run the same route. You got to learn the exact
That's why the
same
niggas gonna
way.
end up on the practice squad, Fred.
Okay, y'all.
That's why they
But
gonna
it
be on the
don't matter.
practice squad.
It don't matter.
Hey, hold on real
Let me
quick.
tell you this, there's no difference between a third rounder, a third stringer, and a fourth stringer. The third stringer will make the team, and he was this close to being a fourth stringer, so he still needs to know how to run the slant.
No, but that's bro. And
that's
how much it takes for your ass to be on the bench too.
Right. So there's not much separation there. So they all got to be able to do the same thing.
Hold on real quick. Y'all gonna have to agree to disagree, man. 'Cause we gonna have to wrap this up. Y'all gotta agree to disagree. I say y'all gonna have to agree to disagree because we gotta wrap this up, man.
Oh, hey, I love it, man. I love it. That's what we supposed to do.
Y'all gotta agree to disagree. We gotta wrap this up. Make sure y'all go follow Fred. His Instagram is on the bottom. Nolan Instagram on the bottom. The same with mine. Make sure y'all like, comment. We want to hear what y'all got to say in the comments, and we do respond back. So make sure y'all
Absolutely. Hey, give me all the smoke.
Give us the smoke, man. With that being said, I'm Eric Annette. I got Fred with me, and I got Nolan with me, and we out. Hold on 1 second.